with me. And this first exercise with me, let me just go back to the Canva. Yeah, and present. Okay, now I want you to do this first exercise with me now. Yeah, this is the outcome one. I'm going to play the video first. If you guys can see the exercise. So this exercise basically involves, you go to PubMed, you click on advanced search. This is very important to find a topic. And then what you do is advanced search, basically the best thing is to find previous meta-analysis. So you do advanced search, select journal, like this. This is because most good meta-analysis we published in previous journals. Yeah, and then you put in the name of the journal itself. So in this case, for example, Circulation. And then, so I want you guys to do this exercise while we're talking, yeah? So I want you to go to PubMed. I want you to go to PubMed, and I want you to select journal. And select journal, I want you to select Circulation, and then select meta-analysis. And I'll show you how to do it. Yeah. So this is where you click on meta-analysis. So click on meta-analysis. Are you guys following this? I changed the filter to 3 to 8 years ago. This is where you change the filter, guys. Yeah, 2014, 2020. I'm going to stop there for a second, and let's see if everybody else has been able to follow this. Oh, admit all. Okay. Anybody else has been able to follow this exercise so far? Let me just check on the chat. Guys, have you guys been able to follow the exercise so far?
Yes.
Okay, fine. So that's fine. So let's go to the next bit. This is very important because this is the best way to find a topic for a meta-analysis. So if you go in Circulation, so one of the ones that you'll find at the very top, if you click on meta-analysis, is this coconut oil consumption one. This is a really, really good meta-analysis to illustrate how you're going to find your topic. Yeah. Have you all managed to find this coconut consumption meta-analysis? Yes. All of you managed to find it? Guys, everybody found it?
Not me, not yet. One moment.
Okay. Tanzil's managed to find it. Everybody just need to find this. This is very important because it's the first most important step. After that, it becomes easier.
Yeah, I found it.
Okay. So you go, so this is a systematic review. Now you look at the number of papers in the abstract. Now, the other good rule of thumb is that 2 hours you will spend as first author on every single paper that you put on the meta-analysis, at least 2 hours. So you don't want something that is enormous. So let's say your review has 50 papers. That's already 100 hours you're giving as first author to this. So this is, it becomes a ridiculous amount of time. So that is, you know, you're not going to have that ability as a volunteer. If you're a paid employee, then that's fine. That's why most of the biggest meta-analysis come from university groups, like these Norwegians and Swedish universities, where they have a year to write a meta-analysis, and there's about 10 people there, and they're all fully paid employees. So they do these giant meta-analysis, 100 trials and 200 trials and stuff like that. But that is not realistic for you. Yeah, you're not going to be able to get away with that, and you are very likely to, you know, stop on the way because, you know, you will run out of steam, everybody else will run out of steam. So in this case, 16 articles were included in this meta-analysis. Yeah, and they've got all these trials over this, but in reality, 16 trials were included. And the outcomes are LDL and HDL. That for you is absolutely critical. What are the outcomes then? Okay, has everybody been able to look at the abstract? Guys, has everybody been able to look at the abstract?
Yes.
Very good.
Yeah.
Fine, so that is clear to everybody. Okay, fine. So this is how you find your topic. So you choose the biggest journal you feel. There's no point in starting small. Yeah, if you're going to start small, you're going to end up small. So it's critical that you, do as big a topic as possible. Okay, as far as possible, do a big topic. Now, the other thing which is dangerous is the search. Now, some topics, such as in nutrition, often not have gigantic searches. So coconut oil is obviously a nutritional topic. So I'm a bit scared, is the search going to be huge? So I look at the search. Now, can you guys all open the paper? And it's an open access paper, so you should all be able to see it, and go down and go to this section, which is called the Prisma table, and then just have a look at how many abstracts there are. I want you to go down and see how many abstracts there are. Okay, let me know when you guys have all done it. You can put it in the chat. But how, have you, yeah, put it, so put it in the chat when you've done these exercises. It's very important because we need to, this is the first most key exercise. Without this, you will not be able to do your meta-analysis. Yeah. Guys?
Sorry, but where exactly do you find the table, the Prisma table? Because I've scrolled all the way down. You can only see like the comments and similar articles.
The Prisma table should be in the, if you go to any section which has the number of abstracts included, how many abstracts there are in the paper.
Okay, well, the coconut oil one, yeah, I can't really see a table for the coconut oil one for some reason.
Let me tell you where it is exactly. I will share my screen in a minute. So if you you guys are right. In this case, I think it's in the supplementary material. Sorry about that.
Okay, in this case,
no worries. Yeah, you have to go to the supplementary material to look at this. Yeah, so if you go to the supplementary material, yeah, the Prisma table is in the supplementary material. I'm just going to show it to you by sharing my screen, my window. Supplemental. Can you guys see it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is important because if you have 800 and then the duplicates removed, so it's only 635. That's not that many. That means that per 70 abstracts is going to take you an hour. So, and each abstract has to be screened twice. So you need to do this calculation of how much time it's going to take you. This is going to take you, 10 plus 10, 20 hours. So this is 20 hours nearly of work. 20 hours or a little bit less than that. So, that's fine. 20 hours is doable, but still you have to remember, you don't have endless amounts of time to do these meta-analysis. People run out of steam, time passes, somebody else might publish, etc., etc. You might lose interest, to be honest, if it takes too long. So let me go back to my presentation. Okay, now you can see the presentation again. So now we're going to search for new papers, guys. New papers is very, very important. At this point, you're searching for new papers. So put in coconut oil cardiovascular, okay? And then change the filter RCTs, randomized controlled trial, yeah, on the left. Then search from the last search date onwards. Yeah. So the last search date is 2019. If you read this carefully, then it's 2019. And then you change this to 2024. So RCTs actually should be 2019. I put 2021 by mistake, but it should be 2019. Okay, because the search is 2019 actually. Okay, so guys, let me know in the chat if you've done this. Yeah, this is very important. All of you need to do this to be able to understand this exercise. Those who've done this exercise can do it again. Done. Okay, fine. So everybody got that bit? Yeah? Everybody got up to coconut oil. Now you do this, and what do you find? Coconut oil cardiovascular, and then what do you find? Okay, so this is just a reminder to ourselves what the outcomes are. Yeah, either the outcomes were again LDL and HDL. This is critical. Yeah, it has to have the same outcomes. Otherwise, the topics can be quite confusing. What was the outcome? What was the it has to be same comparison, same outcome. In this case, coconut oil versus what was the other comparison? Other vegetable or any other oil, actually, any other fat. So that's important to understand. It's coconut oil versus any other. So what was the comparison? In this case, coconut oil versus any other fat. So first one. Now, did you guys find? Now, if you look, you should be able to find this abstract. Let me know if anybody's found this abstract, which is the first one that you will find. If you put on the RCT filter, this is the first abstract you'll find. Now, tell me in the chat if you managed to find this abstract. Who's managed to find this abstract? Let's see. What's this? Let's see who managed to find this abstract first. Yes, Taylor's found it. Taj has found it. Tanzil has found it. Very good. So if you found this abstract, then what are you going to look at? Oh, you're going to look at this is extra virgin coconut oil versus olive oil, red palm oil. So we know that the comparison is any other oil. And then they had 156 patients. And then, they've got LDL and they've got HDL. So this is usable. This paper is from 2024 from memory. Yeah, is that correct? Fine. So that's one abstract. So you got one. Brilliant. And now the other question is, can crossover trials be used? Because there's another abstract there. Now you guys need to find this other abstract, which basically they did what's called a crossover trial. So they did the patients were first given palm oil, and then they were given coconut oil with a 16-week washout period. But the study is very short, so you get worried, how long are they checking things for? And it turns out that the period of this study is 8 weeks. So if you look at the previous one, so first of all, you guys need to find this abstract. Okay, let me know when you guys have all found this abstract. Have you guys found it? Let's see. Found it. Yes, good. Has everybody found it? I need to make sure everybody's found it. Amir, Ahmed, Mehreen, Minakshi. Have you guys found it? Found the abstract? Somebody said what keyword? Yeah, sorry.
Hi, sorry, I'm struggling a bit to find it. What keywords am I supposed to be looking for this particular case?
Yeah, sorry. Let me go back. So it's
okay.
The keyword is coconut oil cardiovascular. It's very specific. Now these are rough terms that you're using because you're still trying to find the topic, yeah?
Okay.
So coconut oil cardiovascular.
Thank you.
Because I'm very interested in cardiovascular outcomes. I haven't put outcomes there. You can put outcomes if you want, but I didn't want to bias it a bit too much. It's a rough search. Okay. So now you need to find this crossover study. So crossover study, yeah? So they find this crossover trial. Now crossover studies, so this is the thing, crossover studies can be used because the follow-up period in the previous meta was only 2 weeks and this is 8 weeks. Crossover is fine. And plus, to be honest, the washout is quite long between them. It biases the data, but not by much. In all honesty, it doesn't really bias the data if you think about it. Because it seems reasonable to assume that it wouldn't bias the data. So has everybody managed to find this abstract? This is quite important. Let me know if you managed to all find this abstract. Yes, everybody seems to be saying yes. Found it. Yeah. Okay, nobody has issues now, yeah? Okay, fine. In that case, let's move on to the third one. This is your third study. You need to think about this one. What is this? This is quite small, by the way, 15 patients. So find this third study, is again one of the other abstracts. Third study, and then, so guys, who wants to include, who wants to exclude this one? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Can somebody unmute themselves and tell me what they think about this? Include or exclude? Let's ask Taj. Tanzeel, would you include or would you exclude? Yes.
I think maybe exclude.
Why would you exclude?
Do they not have the right outcomes?
Yeah, I didn't think. Well, it's partly that, but partly also the issue is that if you look at it, they did these are test meals. It's not 2 weeks. It's test meals. Yeah, so they would test straight after. Yeah, they were straight after. It's not a 2-week thing that they're taking the coconut oil every day. It's straight afterwards. Yeah, Taylor, Malaz, do you agree? What do you think? Do you agree? And Harvey
Yeah,
and
I
Nikki-
agree. I can't see anything about LDL as well and the comparisons that make a
there's nothing-
difference.
No, so and then Meenakshi Mehreen, what do you think? Would you exclude? Yeah.
Yeah, I
Amir
think
and
I would exclude.
very good. And Amir and Ahmed, would you exclude?
Yeah, I would exclude it.
Very good. Fine. So now you've got 2 studies. That brings you to the outcome.
Are we doing the research now?
That's fine. So the follow-up period, yeah, that's quite important here. But anyway, those 2 studies will. Now this is the important next bit. Now you need to change your filter. So you've heard cardiovascular, coconut oil cardiovascular. Now you need to see if there's another meta-analysis. There's another recent meta-analysis. You can do it. So you do. Can you guys do this and find these 2 meta-analysis? Let me know when you've done this. Okay, let me do if you guys, once you guys have done this. So now you click on meta-analysis. You don't take the time because we are looking for recent, yeah? So you can continue from, to be honest, it should be 2019, 2024, because that's where the last search was from. I got that slightly wrong because I did 2021, which was the publication time of the paper, but it should actually be from the search. Yeah, so you look to see if there's any new meta-analysis, yeah? There are 2. Have you guys found these 2 meta-analysis? Let me know in the chat if you've got found these new meta-analysis. Okay, anybody has any issues with this? Let me know. Everybody seems to have found it. Brilliant, brilliant, very good, very good. Everybody's found it. That's lovely. Okay, fine. So now these 2 meta-analysis we have a look at. Now the problem is that the second one is insulin sensitivity. Okay, fine. That's out. So you only got 1 competitor left. Last one, like that Mike Tyson boxing match on Netflix. It wasn't real. That was Logan Paul. Wasn't real boxing match. Anyway. This is our competitor. This one only looks at HDL. Oh no, that's scary. Then we look at it and it's a bit bizarre. First of all, there's only 7 studies in there. That means that all the studies are not included. Then this is a bit strange, you know, in the sense that what does this exactly look at? I mean, it's very odd. This looks at LDL, triglyceride level, but it's not clear what the comparison is. In any case, it's not useful. It's not really. I can work out from this that it's not a competitor because he only has 7 studies. So if he only has 7 studies, then you know he's not got the same studies as us, and the comparisons are very different: weight, circumference, body weight. LDL, or no, it's LDL is there, but triglycerides. So the comparisons are very, very different. There is a bit about HDL, but in any case, they only have 7 studies. So it's completely useless meta-analysis, basically, is out. And the other thing is, the most important thing, the new papers are for 2024. Now, is this meta-analysis doable? Okay, let's vote on this. Guys, let's vote. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Come on, it's time to be Emperor Nero and decide, or you know. Yes. Okay. Let's vote on this. Yes. Anybody saying no? Let's see. Okay. Everybody's saying doable. Everybody's saying doable. Brilliant. Yeah. This is the easiest way. There are 2 other ways to do it. and they are given on the YouTube channel. One is you can look at our guideline, and the other thing is you can look at a recent RCT and then see if you can see if somebody's done a meta-analysis. But both those methods are a bit useless. You know why? First of all, guidelines are really difficult to look at. The problem with looking at the recent RCT is that if an RCT is published, it doesn't necessarily mean that the topic is meta-analyzable, which might sound strange, but some RCTs, you can't easily do a meta-analysis on them. The other problem is you've only got one new paper, isn't it? You don't have two. You need two new papers to make your meta-analysis work. And so one of my Professor Prabodhansh, he loves little meta-analysis. All his meta-analysis are really small, like 4 or 5 papers. He loves that sort of meta-analysis. He said, why do you do that? And he said, well, it's easy to publish. And I agree with him. He just polishes it to a very high degree, but he does all these little meta-analysis, 10, 15 papers. He absolutely does not do any big ones. And to be honest, I agree with him. I think it's a good idea. And now there is one important thing. Why did I choose Circulation? Circulation is, let's say, one of the biggest journals in cardiology. So the point is that whatever field you're doing it in, go big. Yeah, go big or go home. Yeah, there's no point. Yeah, there's no point if you don't want to be the heavyweight champion of the world to go into boxing. Yeah, if you're not gonna play in the Champions League, there's no point in becoming a footballer. You might as well stop playing right now. You might as well just retire. At the age of 10 or 12. So the answer is yes. Yes. Okay. So yes. Okay. Now, after that the long exercise, time for a blockade. Let me just redo the share. The share, so you can do the blockade. So today we're going to do something which is on the I think we did the screening one last time. So we're going to do the protocol one. All right, which game, guys? Which game do you guys want? Can you guys see the blockade screen? Yeah, you can see. Yeah, you can see. Okay, let me go into the blockade screen now. Host. Okay, can you guys see it? Let me just see. No, you guys can still see it. Look again. Host. Oh, why can't you still see it? Let me do crypto hack. Let me see if you can see it. Zoom. Zoom is always going to function a little bit. New share, Chrome, play blockade. Ah, yes, that's fine. Brilliant. Okay, now guys, this is your game. We're going to do this for 5 minutes. You guys need to go into this, playbookit.com. And this is about screening and protocol. We'll cover that in a minute, but I'll have a bit of fun in between. So playbookit.com 9719402. Get in there. Let's see who's popping up. Okay, Malad, Mehreen, Taj, Taylor, Ahmed, Tanzeel. Come on, guys, pile in there. Pile in. Got a few in the class. Pile in. You get to pile in. How many? Come on. There's a lot of you in there who haven't gone in. There's 13 of you in the room. Well, me twice, but come on, pile into the blockade. Only 6 of you in there. Otherwise, we have to start the game soon. So play.blockade.com. The code is 9719402. Come on. Guys, okay, fine. I might start then. Find one more person. Come on, last stragglers. We're gonna start soon. No? All right, I'm gonna wait 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, there's somebody else saying this. Okay. Do you have to clear this now? Okay, Google. Okay. So you put in the code. Oh, all right, don't worry. Anyone else ask? Choose a password. Answer questions. Mind crypto. Like Elon Musk. Hack other players by guessing it. Don't do this in real life, guys. That's very naughty, actually. We'll be in prison. But you know, you can do this in the game world. Got it started. Bosses. We're on. We're all in there. Let's see who's winning. Come on, guys. Start. You guys start asking questions then. Everybody's done, here. Taylor's at the top with 50,000 seconds. Ahmed 30 from 0-20. Oh my God. Very good. Okay. I got some stealing going on. But Taylor's still at the top. Okay, Ahmed's catching up. You guys all understanding the game? Okay.
فتح اللون كتيبة تعال شيك كده سوريا هدول مش
Okay, no, we started the game already.
What you know? Yeah, nice. Sorry. Pardon, Lulu. Pardon.
Okay, let's see. Oh my God, Taylor's actually in the, oh, she's killing it. 5-1-2. Actually slaughtering. Oh, Ali is in the lead now. Oh my God, nice. It's just. How did he do it? He's keeping crypto off everybody. Oh, Taylor's gone to 1,000. Oh my God. That's a lot. That is a lot. Ali's making some movement. Okay, Mehreen is now number 3. Ahmed is now number 4. Amir and Meenakshi are bringing up the back end. Go up the back end there. Taylor is still at the top, 1,145. Somebody needs to steal some crypto from her. 651. It's 560. Oh my God, 1,300. Taylor's gone to 3,465. That's good. So she's memorized the questions or something. Okay, only a minute left. Just about a minute left. 8,287. Okay. 3,400. Oh my God, it's mining it like crazy. Ali, Milan, Ahmed. Ali is, oh my God, I didn't expect that. Ali is suddenly got to 8,000. I don't know if he could be beaten in 50 seconds. Ahmed is at 13, this is at 40. Oh my God. How did he do it? How did he put some cryptic? Mainly, I think he just did it himself. Oh no, Taylor's getting back to that 7,200. Taj is suddenly come up to 1,600. Oh my God, Taylor's taken the lead again. God, I thought 21,000. I didn't even think that was possible. Ali is Ahmed is 17,400. That's crucial. Ahmed is in the lead again. 6 seconds left.
Unbelievable.
This is very close. It's very close. But I think Ahmed has won. Oh God, that was cool. That was cool. Okay, let's go back to the. All right, so let's go back to presentation. New share, and then presentation. Okay, time for fun finished. Second exercise. Now this is interesting. Now a lot of you have been asking me about this exercise, and we'll just go through it. Now, what has happened is now you've decided on your topic. Now, some people have run into trouble with this is that, let's say they decide on the topic, then they find there's a protocol on Prospero. So interestingly enough, what you can do, because the protocol doesn't take long to make, you can actually make the protocol first and then check on Prospero, but it's very, very easy. Close this. Okay, so you take the previous meta-analysis or multiple papers and you input into GPT. You do not need to give it the full meta-analysis or the PDF. You can just give the link. You can link the previous meta-analysis or multiple papers. You can link them and it'll find them. Yeah, as long as they are like open access papers in the sense they're accessible. If it's not accessible, then you have to give it PDF. But it's usually quite intelligent. Sometimes you can even work it out from the abstract. Now this GPT is designed. You don't need to give it instructions. You don't need to do anything. You can. The maximum instruction you need to give it is give me a Prospero protocol. It'll give it to you. So you take the previous methods or multiple papers. You just need to fit their links. You find this on the ChatGPT store. Now I want you guys to do this. Find this Meta Protocol Assistant 4.0. Okay. Everybody needs to find it, guys. Can everybody find it? Meta Protocol 4.0. You can find out Google as well. You can just do Meta Protocol 4.0 on Google and you can find it. But otherwise, you can find it on ChatGPT in the public GPTs. Guys, has everybody found this GPT? It's quite important for the next exercise. You need to find this GPT. Protocol 4 Assistant 4.0, yeah? Okay, everybody found it? No, has everybody found it or no? Put it in the chat, otherwise I won't know. Yes, found it. Okay, fine. Everybody seems to have found it. Very good. All right. Now this is the algorithm. Take this review. Let's find this review, which is this one is a mouthful, but just find it. Comparative efficiency of intravenous and iron supplements for the treatment of iron deficiency in patients with heart failure. I want you to find this review. It's done by May in August 2022, but just find it. Yeah, and then you need to take the link and put it into the GPT. Just do it, bosses. Just do it. Don't ask, just do, which is what happens in just do, don't think. Yeah, that's what Tom Cruise says to Goose in Top Gun Maverick. And then at one point, Tom Cruise says to him, "Didn't you think?" He said, "You said do, don't think. Don't listen. Don't listen to me or something." More of the story, you shouldn't listen to Tom Cruise. Okay, fine. So have you guys all found this meta-analysis? This is critical. You need to find it. You need to find this meta-analysis. Found it. Yes, everybody's found it. So iron, intravenous and iron supplements. I mean, it can be any metal. You can even use the coconut one if you want. If you guys are finding it difficult to find, just use the coconut one. Because this one is tricky. I chose it for its difficulty because it's a difficult one. I want you to show how this protocol thingy works. Yeah. And I wanted to make a mistake which you need to correct. So, you feel intelligent. Okay. Everybody, I assume, has found it. Then put this into Meta Protocol 4.0. Okay. I want you all to do that. Have you done it? Have you all put it into Meta Protocol 4.0? And I will generate a protocol for you. Guys, do it. Just do it. Don't think, do. Just do it, Jump off the escalator without thinking. Yeah. Get into that packed tube when there's no space for you. Just do it. Okay, fine. Has anybody managed to generate the protocol? Please, in the chat, please put in the chat if you managed to generate the protocol.
Yeah,
I want to
seems like
see
it's worked.
It's worked. Very good, very good. All right, everybody else, come on, please do the protocol. Do the protocol. Taylor's done it. Generate the protocol. Now, this is gone through many versions. It is, and I actually tested it with Prospero as well. So initially, it wasn't doing a very good job, and then I had to beat it up, and it's gone through 5 versions now. So it generates a protocol which is very close to what Prospero wants. Now, the thing with the protocol is that you really need to rewrite the introduction. This is not a publication as such. It's just so this is why I don't think using GPT here, because it's not a real publication. It's just an intent, publication intent. I think using ChatGPT here, you can put in that this protocol was written with assistance of ChatGPT. I think that's not unreasonable if you put that in the protocol. But the introduction you need to write yourself. This is very important. Yeah, I don't think it gives you an introduction anymore because I've said to it, don't give you an introduction, but you need to write the introduction bit at least. Yeah, but it's not unreasonable to clear it. So let's say give you a protocol. Now we need to check this protocol. Look carefully at the protocol to find issues. What could the issues be? Okay, this case, I don't know if it's giving you this exact error, but it will usually say something like it's a Revman software or Stata or whatever, and that is not what you're going to use. If you're going to do a meta-analysis, which is a normal one, it's like a pairwise one, you're going to use R, because all my programs run off R. If it is a network meta-analysis, then again you're going to use R. Yeah, but it's a different program which is from NIHR, but you're going to use R. So look at the protocol and see if you can find this error. Yeah, did you find error? Actually, it's no yes is there. So I don't know if you found the mistake. Go through the protocol and find the mistake. Let me know what mistakes you find. But this is the main one. Guys, what is it giving you? Is it saying R, Stata? What is it saying? Revman? How is it going to do the stats? The other thing is this is something called a network meta-analysis, which is a lot of pairwise meta-analysis. So you need to check that as well if it's doing a network meta-analysis. Have you guys generated the protocol? And then have you guys checked it? The silence is deafening.
Yeah, it's giving me Revman as well. Revman
Okay, so
5.4 and Stata.
Okay, so you need to tell it to use R, say R.
Okay.
Can you rewrite this to for the stats to be done with R? Yeah. So what we do is network meta-analysis. Okay, Meta-Insight is the R program that we use. Meta-Insight is called Meta-Insight. You can ask it to do it exactly that way, and then I'll fix it. I specifically wanted you to give you a mistake. Yeah, mistake. I don't know if we'll get time to do all 3 exercises, bosses. Okay, has anybody fixed it? Has anybody fought with it? Yeah, it says R now. Brilliant. Yeah, that's what you want. Yo, is given the R bit. Now, how do you do a Prospero protocol? We need to go through the rest. So, yes, fine. It gives R, Meta-Insight 2. This is now working. Yeah, great. We're happy with that. But then you put it up on Prospero. What do? Prospero is a way you register your meta-analysis. In the last 1 or 2 years, everybody needs a protocol. Yeah, every Tom, Dick, and Harry needs a protocol. And it's because meta-analysis is like a scientific experiment. It has many sections which need filling, many sections process. Okay, so this one is the first one. What is the title of your review? Well, there's a few that say it's a practice review and stuff like that. Say on humans, you say on a biomedical science. Those are just like entry questions, but leave those. I mean, you do those, and that then opens up the screen. You give the title of the review. You give the start date, completion date. Minimum is like a month. Completion date that you can give. You need to give 2 other people, yeah? So you give names of 2 other people. This is my house officer, Musa. Okay. Now the search usually this gives Cochrane search this, search that. I just give Medline and Embase. That's usually enough. Yeah, Medline and Embase is enough because you can do all through Ovid Medline. You don't need to do a complicated search in chaos. Okay. So then searches. So I'd say Medline Embase. So you can ask it if it's giving you a long search. You can either take it out, or you can just say, ask you to rewrite it and just do Medline Embase. In this case, I just said just do Medline Embase and then rewrote it. It gives us some nice keywords as well. Can you see it's quite detailed? It gives you the keywords. Obviously, you have to remember you can change your protocol. It's not a problem. It allows you to change your protocol Prospero all the time. But it just gives it a new version name. Okay, so keywords from inception to November, for example, it's given a very nice summary measures. Where is the summary measure? Summary measures are things like risk ratio, odds ratio. In this case, is mean difference and relative risk. Yeah, so you give that, and then you give your keywords. And the keywords are things like I haven't given this word. The keywords are things like heart failure and iron and stuff like that. That's fine. So that would be the last aspect because it doesn't really give you the keywords. Okay, fine. Is that understood, guys? Any questions about this, about generating your protocol? It generates a really nice protocol. Have you guys seen how nice the protocol is? Any questions about this? This is a key step. Oh yeah, and somebody.
Sorry, just a quick question. Do you always need to provide a PDF to generate the protocol, or can you just use like the URL?
You can use the URL. It's just a link. Link is not. But you have to keep in mind that it has to be a publicly accessible because some of them are behind firewalls. If it is behind a firewall, then ChatGPT can't open it. Keep that in mind. Yeah.
Okay,
so
thanks.
if you give a link and then it goes in and it says, oh, you have to pay money to open this paper, then it doesn't work. Well, it works off the abstract, which sometimes is not too bad. Now, do keep in mind that you are not copying the previous meta-analysis 100%. Yeah, this is not really a useful way to get published. So you vary the outcomes a bit. The tool, the Meta Protocol 4.0 is designed to vary the outcomes automatically. And it has some very other powerful features. If you ask it to do advanced analysis, so say, can you do an advanced analysis? Then it will give you all these fancy, super advanced analysis like dose response meta-analysis and network meta-analysis. It basically gives you the most advanced meta-analysis you can imagine, like a Kaplan-Meier curve reconstruction stuff. So if you wanted to give you a really, really fancy protocol, you can do that. It's designed to be very, very flexible. But the main thing is that it is designed automatically to vary the outcomes a little bit. It won't give you the same outcomes. So what I tend to do is sometimes what I'll do is I will not only give it the link to the meta-analysis, I will give it the links to the new papers as well. Often enough, that's how it works best. So you give the links to the new papers, and then it looks at it, and then looks at the previous meta-analysis, and then it works it all out a bit better. Yeah, the more data you give it, the better it will work. Yeah, that's how it's designed. But obviously, you have to read through the meta-analysis. The statistical bits generally I leave alone because they're usually very good. The intro you need to redo, and you just need to make sure it's not, there's not a rubbish in there, there's no hallucinations in there because you have to be careful about that. Okay. But as a protocol, it works well. And I would advise that you say that it was generated with the help of ChatGPT. I don't think there's any problems with that. This is not the paper. This is just a protocol. Yeah. Okay. It gives you a very, very nice plan. Any questions about that? Any questions? We will now do something called I thought we were going to do there isn't that much time left. We were going to do another gaming session, but I think there isn't time. So I'm going to tell you a story instead. let me just go to this one where it's.
Sorry, do you mind if I ask a quick question?
Yeah.
So I found a meta-analysis, but when I went to register it on Prospero, there was another group in a different country who registered it like
Oh,
2
yeah.
years ago. Does
Yeah,
that
you
mean
may
we
be right.
can't use it?
When, so there's 3 questions here. One is, when did they register it?
About the beginning of this month.
It doesn't have the same outcomes.
I need to double check, but I think so.
Yeah. So the answer is that it's tricky. Prospero doesn't encourage this. I think probably the best strategy in this case would be to do another topic. Once a Prospero protocol is registered, there's a 70% chance of publication. So there's a 70% chance the team will complete it, unless you want to do this really, really fast. If you can say you can finish this in a month or 2.
Okay.
Yeah. Then
Because
you could do it.
I think as well theirs was a systematic review and meta-analysis.
Yes, which is fine. I mean, it's tricky. If it's, I would probably choose another topic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Personally, I would not take the risk. Okay, you guys can see my screen, yeah? Okay. Oh. Okay, the beginning. Okay. This is a quotation from the Quran. We have made the night and day 2 signs. The sign of night we have made dark, and sign of day we made sight for you, so you may seek bounty from your Lord in the completion of years and the signs of reckoning. Now, this one is, what would you choose? Unlimited money, unlimited time? Oh yeah, you have to go into Mentimeter and put this code in 11506780. Come on, bosses. Who's going to choose what? Only 2 people have voted. Come on, guys. Hide in there. Hide in there. Okay, so unlimited time. A lot of people choose unlimited time. Yeah. Travel back in time or travel to the future? Which one do you want to do? Okay, back in time. Well, it looks horrible. The monster might eat you. Okay, fine. All right. A UCLH young researchers embarked on a study comparing diabetes to filled with hope and determination. They were confident their work would lead to breakthroughs in patient care. Their journey became a statistical tool called risk ratio. It seems straightforward. The risk ratio compares the probability of event, like recovery, in the treatment group to the probability of the same event in the control group. If the risk ratio was 2, the treatment group were twice as likely to recover as those of the control group. For the first few weeks, everything was clear, but soon cracks started to show. Space there. First decision. Proceed with risk ratio, use another option, start crying. Come on, guys. What do you want to choose? Crying. Crying, come on. Crying. Okay, proceed with the risk ratio. Okay. The team continued analyzing data using the risk ratio. So risk ratio is, for example, your chance of winning the lottery. 1 in, let's say, 3 million. That's the risk ratio. Odds ratio, or another ways is, you do a trial and 10 are dead and 3 are alive. So a risk ratio is so the number of, let's say, 3 alive people over total number of people. An odds ratio is 3 divided by 11. Basically, it means the number which are dead over the number who's alive. Yeah. So odds ratio is a bit different from risk ratio. Risk ratio is, as I said, that your chance of winning the lottery or your chance of being alive over the total number of, let's say, patients. But odds ratio means dead over alive. Yeah, slightly different. Odds ratio works best if the data is irregular, in the sense there's imbalance in the data. There's one side is more. Yeah, so observational data sets, let's say, you have observational data, then that it works better because it is like it is an imbalance. So, or there's too many patients with a disease and a little bit of control, then odds ratio works a little bit better. Okay, so they found the outcomes were rare and groups were imbalanced. The risk ratio failed to provide clear answers. Yeah, that's true. Risk ratio doesn't work when the outcomes are rare. Their confidence crumbled. The clarity they thought began to feel increasing out of reach. They needed a better tool. What should they do? Switch to odds ratio, keep with risk ratio, fries and bankers. Which one? Come on, guys. Go with fries and bankers. Why does nobody want to have any fun in life? Switch to odds ratio. Okay, fine. Realizing the limitation of the risk ratio, the team to odds ratio. This tool provides a more nuanced perspective, comparing the odds of the event happening, like recovery, to the odds of it not happening. So dead over alive, yeah?
Yep.
For example. If the odds ratio is 3, the odds of recovery are 3 times higher in the treatment group compared to the control group, yeah? So one of the things with odds ratio is that you have to remember, because you're not going over basically the numbers look really, really different. So let's say one person is alive and 9 died, the odds ratio is very, very high. Yeah, it becomes like a really big number. Yeah, so it could be, let's say, 9. So the odds ratio can magnify things. It works particularly well when the event studied was rare but came with its own risks. The odds ratio could exaggerate differences, especially when events were common. Yeah, so you have to remember this. So the paper only has case control studies. We will have to rewrite the whole thing. We should switch to odds ratio. We should create Minecraft education now. Guys, come on. Minecraft education, come on, please. Odds ratio, very good. Yeah. So we switch to Minecraft education. Very good. That was the right answer, actually. Okay, so the team decided to stick with the risk ratio. No, the team didn't listen to you, hoping their confidence tool will pay off. Weeks turned into weeks. They found themselves unable to complete limitations. The rarity outcome continued to haunt them. The results seemed increasingly uncertain. They knew they need to make a change. Switch to odds ratio, keep to risk ratio. Watch Mr. Beast on YouTube. Come on. Which one would you guys do? Which of the 3? Some said Mr. Beast on YouTube. He's actually very popular now, despite his recent scandals. He still gets hundreds of millions of views. Switch to odds ratio. Okay, fine, that's correct. Switch to odds ratio. Team experienced some relief. The odds ratio handled rare events with finesse. Wasn't without chance. So if you have observation data sets, or if it's rare events, then odds ratio is a little bit better. Therefore, common outcomes, the odds ratio exaggerates the effect, making the difference between the groups seem larger than they are. When would you use risk ratio? When would you use odds ratio? I need an answer. When do you use risk ratio? When do you use odds ratio? Guys, come on. Respond. Somebody write something. Which cases would you use risk ratio? What cases would you use odds ratio? Odds for rare, risk for common. Very good. Odds ratio for case control. Very good. Our trial, the team needed something profound. There was no method. They needed both risk ratio and odds ratio. Risk ratio and straightforward case outcomes were common, groups were balanced. Odds ratio for rare events, flexible approach was needed. So in essence, they said you just look at each one. The team had learned success reached more than hard work. It required the ability to navigate complexity, embrace uncertainty. The study was saved. The experience left them wiser and ready to tackle future challenges. Very good. That's our story done. Okay. Exercise 3. I know it says choosing the topic, but that's not topic. Okay, we have 3 minutes left, so we're going to go into this one. Can you guys do this? Very, very fast. We have to do this fast. Let me just new share. Chrome. All right. Ovid Medline. Now, I know all of you don't have access to Ovid Medline, but those who do, can you go into Ovid Medline? You're doing this fast. Guys, I know all of you don't have access, but those who do, can you go into Ovid Medline? Yeah, that's fine, Meenakshi. Who wants to go into Ovid Medline, guys? We should be finished in a few minutes. Guys, everybody have access? I need to know if you all have access. Ovid Medline? Do all of you have access?
I don't, unfortunately.
Okay, no. All right, let me just
I
show you
don't
guys. Okay, let me show you guys. So it's going to open Atom. Yeah, so you go here, open Atom. And then that's how you get in. And then you select Embase and Medline. Orbit Medline basically can do the biggest two databases in the world, Embase and Medline. These, between them, each of them contains 80% of the world's research. You click on and there has been important features. Use advanced search and put in the PCS peanut, which is like God. Used to use correct. And I go and run that, and then I click on search history. So I click on search history, I can see I put in PCS peanut, I can put in yes. Now I put in further term. So I put in myocardial infarction, English, British spelling, and American spelling, and secondary prevention. This is the disease I'm looking at. Okay? This is the disease. Now outcomes. This is a more complex search, but I'm just showing it to you guys so you understand. Low density lipoprotein, LDL, LDLC. All of these. So I've got a giant search. All combined in the plan. Or I used to combine, for example, myocardial, so myocardial infarction, secondary prevention, for example, or the PCSK9. So use all. The PCSK9 is being combined, and this is 1 plus 1, so 1 or 2. So this is now this together. Now the last one I combine. So I combine the different bits. The population, myocardial infarction, secondary prevention. I've combined them. So that's become one thing. Now combine the outcomes. Or again. So it'll take any paper with LDL in it. And that, yeah, so use and now to combine the drug, the population, the outcome. In this case, this 1 or 2, which is PCSK9, then the green myocardial infarction, and the last one was outcome. Yeah. Use reduplicate. Reduplicate means it takes the papers which are in both databases out. In the sense that they duplicate space. Yeah, because some people are included. Now click on limits, additional limits, because this is a randomized control part. So randomized control trial meta-analysis limits. Then I click on additional limits. And now select RCTs for the search. Yeah. You should check out press limit a search. I'll show you what it is. Click, that's at the bottom there. And voila! 171 studies. Click all and then export search. And then you do RS. RS is universal format where you can export abstracts. Yeah, RS. And then you're done. You can upload to Ryan. Okay, I'm going to stop there. Guys, any last minute questions?
Yes, just a quick question. You know, you mentioned about the screening, how we have to screen everything twice.
Yeah, two separate people have to screen each abstract.
If
Yes.
we just do it with like a few people, a couple of people, or multiple people, can we split up the screening so it kind of shortens the time?
Yes, you can. So I will show you how to do this next time. But in essence, what you do is, and I'll send out some more exercises on this. But in essence, what you can do is you can go into Rayan and take off blinding, and then everybody can see what everybody else is doing. And then anybody can screen any abstract, and everybody will know that there's only these are the abstracts that need a second screening or a first screening. Otherwise, what happens if you don't take off the blinding? Rayan has this weakness that some abstracts might be screened 4 times by 4 different people, and that's not necessary.
That makes sense. Jazakallah.
Okay. Anybody else got any questions before we stop? No? No questions?
I have one. I was wondering, I'm planning to go through all of these exercises again this weekend. If I have any questions during my second run, would it be okay if I were to private comment you on the Google Classroom? Is that the best way to reach you?
Yeah, definitely a comment. It's no problem. I'll answer it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, all right, no problem. I'm gonna stop there. I know somebody sent me some emails. I will try and answer them today or tomorrow. Okay. All right, no problem. Okay, I'm gonna end this now. If no more questions, I'm gonna end this now. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.